These are the 11 reasons why cruisers are being denied. Criminal records affecting entry requirements. Cruisers with past convictions, even minor ones like DUIs, can be denied boarding if a country on the itinerary restricts entry. Canada, for instance, is strict. One guest was turned away after casually mentioning a DUI. The cruise line won't risk carrying someone who may be denied at port. Always verify entry rules before traveling internationally. Strong body odor or hygiene issues. Guests with strong body odor have been denied boarding due to comfort concerns for other passengers. Whether caused by medical conditions or long travel days, cruise staff may step in. Some were told to resolve the issue immediately or miss the cruise. It's rare, but real. A quick freshen up before arrival can make a big difference. Unruly behavior at check-in. Stress levels can run high on embarkation day, but losing patience at the terminal has cost people their vacations. Whether it's arguing with staff, yelling in frustration, or being aggressive with security, cruise lines don't tolerate disruptive behavior. Offensive or inappropriate clothing. Wearing the wrong outfit can lead to denied boarding or even denied entry at specific ports. Some destinations like Jamaica and Barbados have strict laws about camouflage clothing. Even wearing camo as a fashion choice could cause problems. Inadequate identification documents. This is a surprisingly common issue, showing up with an expired passport, mismatched names, or the wrong type of ID. One couple was turned away because one passport had expired just 2 weeks before. The worst part? They booked months earlier and simply hadn't double-checked. Most cruise lines require passports to be valid for at least 6 months past the return date. Also, legal names on IDs must match the booking exactly. Even small mismatches like Jimmy instead of James can raise red flags. Late arrival at the port, and this one stings the most because it often feels unfair. Flight delays or traffic jams have caused entire groups to miss boarding. There was a group of 10 who arrived just 30 minutes before departure after a flight delay. The ship was still docked, but they were too late. Boarding had already closed. Final check-in usually ends an hour before sailing, and once customs processes close, that's it. The ship won't wait. That's why arriving a day early, especially when flying in, gives a buffer against delays and avoids standing at the terminal, watching the ship sail away without boarding. Unfit to travel due to health reasons. Cruise lines have medical staff at the terminal who assess visible health conditions. Someone coughing heavily, even from allergies, may be seen as unfit to sail. Cruise lines won't take chances with onboard health. Checking in with the cruise line ahead of time if health is a concern can help avoid last-minute surprises. Intoxication at check-in. Having a few drinks before boarding might seem like a fun way to kick off the trip, but being visibly intoxicated at the terminal is a fast ticket to being turned away. One group had been pre-gaming at a beach bar and showed up cheerful, but too tipsy. Staff spotted the signs and stopped them. Even without aggressive behavior, being drunk is enough to raise concern for safety. Once denied, there's no refund. The smarter play is waiting to celebrate until after the boarding process is complete. Drinks will still be waiting on deck. Prohibited items in luggage. Some items are obvious, like weapons or illegal substances, but many denials come from things cruisers didn't even realize were an issue. Inaccurate or incomplete booking information. Something as simple as a missing middle name or a typo in a birth date has stopped passengers at the gate. Cruise lines are required to submit precise passenger data to authorities. Even a small mismatch can lead to being flagged. One guest who used a nickname instead of the name on their ID was denied boarding because they didn't have time to provide proof. Reviewing booking details right after purchasing and correcting them early avoids these last-minute disasters. Overbooking or cabin maintenance issues. In rare but frustrating cases, passengers have done everything right and still got denied. Overbooking or last-minute cabin issues like plumbing problems can leave guests without a place on the ship. If even one of these tips helped or was new to you, consider subscribing and turning on notifications. There's a lot more cruise advice coming, and it could save your next trip from disaster. Safe travels and smooth sailings ahead.